You're watching Five to Thrive. We are going into part 2 of our Finding Your Niche. Five to Thrive is a regular broadcast. It's a 5-minute videos for busy executives and entrepreneurs. And it's starting right now. Hello and welcome. We are going to dive right in. We started last episode talking about finding a niche, and it's extremely important to be able to find your niche. And so we want to give you suggestions and some tips on ways that you can better find your niche. If you're considering starting a new business, starting a new product, starting a new enterprise of any kind, these are the types of things that you need to keep in mind as you're looking through ways to separate yourselves in the marketplace and find a niche that's going to work for you. So let's dive right in. Number one, you need to write down everything. You need to be a sponge. Have a system to collect information. It may be electronic, whether it's a tool where you're just using your notes, or you've got any kind of system where it's pulling things together and keeping it in a database. There's lots of applications for that, but you need to be pulling things together and being aware of everything around you and collect that information so you don't forget it and you can refer to it. Because as you go into your study time, you want to be able to have that easily available to look through your notes, okay? So number two, you want to consider your personal interest. You need to look back at your experience and see what you can leverage. You have gone through what you have gone through for a reason. And you are the most appropriate person to leverage your experience and the things that you've gone through. So don't lose that. Don't feel like you've got to start from scratch and go find something that you're not familiar with at all. You'd be amazed what you could uncover when you look at your experience, the road that you've gone down, and the experience that you have. So take some time to think about the problems and the struggles you've had along the journey. And just first of all, know that you're not alone. And those setbacks, those failures, those problems that you've encountered can be your greatest assets. Number one, it lets you know you've gone through that and you have contemplated, how can I do this better? As we know, some of the greatest inventions ever were people figuring out, could I build a better mousetrap? Could I do this better? And so you are the best judge of knowing what niches are out there that are untapped. So sit down and have a dedicated discussion about that. If you need to pull in people to help remind you of your journey, do whatever it takes to be able to go back and document and figure out what problems have you encountered that you could potentially leverage. Watch videos. There's never been more content available to you than there is now. Look through news articles, look through documents, look for trends. You want to be much like the number one trait that we gave today, that suggestion that you're kind of like a sponge and you're trying to take notes. Take advantage. Spend dedicated time looking for different niches that are out there. And they're all over the place. Obviously, there are people creating content every day, and they're there for you to sift through. So again, look through that filter and that lens of your experiences, but always be on the lookout for niches and new opportunities through videos, YouTube, social media. There's lots of documentation that you can find out there to figure out what new niches are out there to consider. And number five, we want to recommend that you spend some time at Amazon and look at it as a business person. Look at it from an opportunity standpoint. Think about it. You're talking about the largest marketplace on the planet, and they've gone through and categorized just about everything. So look at how those categories and then those subcategories are set up. You can start to see either niches that haven't been tapped yet, or you can find some that you feel like you can do better. And it's also going to give you an idea of how people are spending money in that niche and how large it is, and things that are untapped. So spending time looking at Amazon is a great way to look for niches. So that's it for today's video. We want to keep it short. We want you to be able to have some takeaways. And if you'll stay tuned, please take a moment to like and subscribe. If you like content like this, let us know, and we'll continue to provide you very quick information tidbits, if you will, little snippets to where you can quickly get in and get out, find out what you need to know, and we'll begin to get into some deeper topics later. We've got several more tips for you on finding a niche, and then we've got some other tools coming up later. Always look in the show notes, and you can see different opportunities, and we want to be able to equip you with everything that you need to make your business better and to grow your business in this digital world.